In one of the TV interviews, Harsha Bhogle asked Rahul Dravid that why did he declare the innings at Multan when Sachin was playing at 195 not out. Rahul Dravid replied that every time I answered a question about Multan, if I got a rupee, I would have been a multimillionaire by now. The same happened with me when people asked me that why did I quit ISRO. Hello everyone, welcome back to another video of my channel. I am Kishore. I hope you all are doing well. So as you came to know by now that in this particular video I am going to talk about that why did I leave ISRO. And frankly speaking, many people have asked me this question so far, and I don't have any particular answer to convince everyone. Because people are too much skeptical about it, and whenever people ask me this question, I try to justify my reason for leaving such a prestigious organization like ISRO, but it has a mixed reaction to the person who is listening to it. So many things after listening to my reason, many things that I am a fool, I am a stupid person that I left such a prestigious government job and came into PhD and research where life is full of struggle. Few things, maybe ISRO is not that glamorous what it seems from the outside. So few things, maybe life is not that easy inside ISRO. That's why so many people are leaving ISRO. And few things that maybe the work culture ISRO is not good. Maybe it's kind of a typical government job, boring, monotonous job is there. So that's why maybe I and many other people have left the ISRO. But frankly speaking, these are not completely true. I'm not saying these are completely false also, but these are not completely true, and there are both pros and cons of working in ISRO. But that thing I will be discussing in some other video. In this particular video, I am going to share my reason, or I'm going to justify my reason that why did I leave ISRO. And before that, what I will say is that why did I join ISRO, and what was my realization after joining ISRO and working for some time in that organization, staying inside the organization. What was my realization, and what was my situation that when I have to take a decision that whether I will be staying in ISRO or come to ISC for the MTech. So everything I am going to discuss in this particular video, and hopefully it will clarify the doubt that many of people have that why so many people are leaving ISRO, or at least why I have left ISRO. So please do watch the video till end. And before starting the video, as I always say, if you are new to this particular channel, please subscribe my channel and hit the bell icon so that you get all the notifications regularly. Now without further ado, let's get started with today's video. Let me first tell you that why did I join ISRO. So when I was preparing for my GATE between 2014 to 2017, I used to read a lot of motivational books and autobiographies. And while doing so, I came across this book by Professor Abdul Kalam, that is The Wings of Fire. So this particular book is actually the autobiography of Professor Kalam, and after reading this book, I was so much influenced and so much inspired by this book that this particular person, his whole journey from being a very poor family, belonging to a very poor family, to reaching to the President of India, and all the scientific research he has done as a part of ISRO and DRDO, that inspired me a lot. So I started gathering information regarding ISRO, and this time, like 14 to 17, there are a lot of work was happening in ISRO, and personally feel that is kind of the peak phase of ISRO. Like ISRO did Mars mission in 2014. Then there was this, they launched 104 satellites in the space. So a lot of things were happening then, and very frequently we used to get a news from ISRO that it has launched this satellites, that was happening. So I used to get a lot of informations regarding ISRO. And that time actually I was working in TCS, and the work I was doing in TCS was kind of monotonous for me, I feel. The software development or the support work that we used to do in this kind of IT companies, that I personally feel is not very satisfying in the longer run. So that time I was thinking of going into research. The inclination of doing research has started by then only. So I was thinking to go somewhere where I'll be doing some kind of a research work. So that's why I thought ISRO will be a better option for me, because I can do the computer science research in ISRO, which will help to grow the space technology of my country. So that was kind of the motivation when I started preparing for ISRO. And as the syllabus of ISRO and GATE is almost similar. So there was no problem to manage both, because almost 90% syllabus in intersecting, so there was no problem preparing for ISRO and the GATE simultaneously. So that was the prime motivation. I started filling up the form for the ISRO, starting gathering news that what is the cutoff, or how are the questions, and this many things. So this was kind of the motivation. And when in 2017, after attempting for few failed attempts, finally able to crack both ISRO and GATE. So my GATE rank was 37 and ISRO final rank was 38. So it was almost similar. So then there is this situation almost in this period in the March. So I have to take a decision that whether I'll be going for ISRO or the MTech. And frankly speaking, I didn't have any idea about the work culture or what are the projects that is going on inside ISRO, because that time I didn't know anyone who is inside ISRO, and that time there was no such kind of YouTube channel who have explained about ISRO, or who has done some podcast about the ISRO scientist and all, because 2017 Geo had just started, so YouTube was also not that big. So that time I actually didn't have much information about what will be the project that I have to work inside ISRO. But I have a hope, maybe I'll be getting a good project, maybe I won't be getting a good project, but I have to take a decision. So I was confused a bit, but as ISRO was a sole I was dreaming to join ISRO for quite some time, so I thought let's join ISRO and see how it goes. If it didn't go well, maybe I'll come to MTech in the next year. So that was kind of the mindset, and that I discussed with my family also, and they also said, okay, let's try our luck in ISRO. If you don't get that kind of job satisfaction inside ISRO, you come to IISc in the next year, because I have a pretty good GATE score. Now here is a catch. Many people think that I joined ISRO because it was a government organization. That is not true. Why it is not true? Because the GATE rank I had, the 37 rank, I would have get a better PSUs in the country, like ONGC, IOCL, NTPC. They used to pay much more than ISRO. Actually, ISRO package is not that great, I will say. It's a kind of an average package they used to pay, but kind of IOCL, ONGC, they have a better package also and benefits also that they used to provide to their employees. But I didn't join all those PSUs, though I could have joined, but I didn't join, because ISRO, I wanted to join ISRO because I wanted to do research in the computer science, so that I can help my country to develop space and technology. So that was kind of a motivation when I decided that I'll be joining ISRO in 2017. And that's why I have joined ISRO, and the thing was that I will try my luck. If it clicked, it well, and if it didn't click, I will change it in the next year. Now when I joined ISRO in 2017 May, so initially I didn't judge anything. I mean, I started working in a team. There's a computer team in my office. So my office was ISRO Bangalore. It is not the actual ISRO center in Bangalore, so it's kind of a supporting center in Bangalore, where we used to control all the satellites. So they used to monitor all the satellites, and it's kind of a command center, you can say. So when I joined after a couple of months, so I realized that what I thought, that I'll be doing a lot of research work in computer science as a part of ISRO, that scope is not there in ISRO. So basically ISRO is an aerospace company. So they are focused more on the aerospace part, or the mechanical part, or aerophysics, this kind of technologies. But computer science is not their focus. So computer science is basically used so that you get the data from the satellite. So all this networking, the network structure, architecture, that design is more important, like how the routing algorithm will be going on, how you will get the data from the space station to the ground station to your computer. So these kind of things are important, but these things what they're using, that is already there in the literature, already proposed by some company. So there is no such kind of research is going on. My work, my role in my office or my team was that I was responsible for developing few softwares, and mostly the system administration part I used to look at, like how the routers is going on, whether the network is up or not. So this kind of work is there, and parallelly I was doing a lot of software development work because I had a software development background. So my team has assigned me few software development. So it was kind of the similar thing I was doing in ISRO that I was doing previously also. Like in TCS, Accenture, I was also doing software development. In ISRO also I was doing software development. Only difference was the data was changed. Previously I used to work for the client, maybe the US client, Europe client, and now I'm working for the space data. So that was the difference. And it's true. I mean, this kind of the lack of research work in computer science is true across the ISRO. I mean, it's not that my center is lagging that on. That is true for almost all the centers, except there are few projects that is going on. Like in SAC Ahmedabad, there is a team who is to work in image processing. But that is just an exception. I mean, most of the teams across the ISRO, computer science specifically, the kind of research is not that good. And I was hoping to work in artificial intelligence, machine learning, data science, but they are not doing that those technologies that time, because that is actually not needed inside ISRO. So that's why I was now thinking that after completing 1 year in ISRO, that what should I do now. So one thing I could have done, that I would have joined that particular project I was saying in SAC Ahmedabad, that I could have get a transfer and join there. But inside ISRO, to getting a transfer is also not easy, because it's a government organization, and they are it's not that flexible that you will ask for a transfer and you will get it. So it's a very long process that you have to go through, and then only you will be getting a transfer. And particularly to go into a particular project, that is not at all possible, I think, because you can go to a center, but on that particular project, if you want to go, that is very, very difficult. So that's why that was not possible. And I almost asked many of my friends who are in some other centers also, but they also said that it's almost similar to all the centers. So the computer science research was not that good as inside ISRO. So then in 2018, when I have to decide between joining IISc or staying inside ISRO, I was thinking what to do, and I had this choice that I can continue this kind of work that I personally feel is very boring and monotonous. Like I feel that I could have done much more than what I was doing in ISRO. So that was one choice, that continue that work, or maybe you join IISc where you will be doing cutting edge research problem, because by then I have few of my friends in IISc which I used to interact regularly. They are saying that they are doing really good work in IISc. So these are the two choices I have, and as I do always, I followed my heart, because my heart was saying that follow what you wanted to do. And I really wanted to do the research work from very beginning, when I felt that this kind of software development work or support work is not for me. So that was the reason I left ISRO in 2018 and came to IISc for my MTech. So one thing I want to mention here, that don't think there is no work in ISRO. The research work was not ISRO, but the kind of development work or the other kind of work like system administration work, so a lot of work was there in ISRO. Like my working hour was typically from morning 8 o'clock to evening 7 o'clock. So that much work I used to do. So quantity of work is too much in ISRO. So you will learn a lot of things if you are just coming out of the BTech. So you will learn a lot of things there, and don't think it's kind of a typical government job where you don't have any work, you will just go to office and come back from that. That is not true. The work pressure is too much in ISRO. Only thing that I was saying is the research work, what I was looking for, that was not there. And personally I feel ISRO, if you are looking for a good job, I'm not saying of the work, I'm saying if you are looking for a best job or good job in India, ISRO is one of them, because it will give you a lot of benefits. It will give you a balance between your family life and the work life. So there are a lot of things are there, and personally the people inside ISRO is really good. I mean, the best team I have worked so far is the team at ISRO, and the people, they have a personal relationship also between them. I mean, the social relationship. I mean, after office hour also, you will meet, your family will meet, and so many things will be happening, which I found very not that frequent in the corporate job. Because in corporate job what happens is, like, you are working with someone for a project for 1 year and 2 years, and then you both went to some other companies. But inside ISRO, people know that whatever person you are working now, you have to work with them for almost the rest of your life. So that's why they have a social relationship also between them, and there are a lot of functions, lot of kind of cultural activities that used to happen inside ISRO, where every employee and their family is to be a part of. So that's why all those things are there. I mean, that makes ISRO to build a very good work culture inside office also, and outside office also there will be a very good social culture between the employees. So all of these things are okay, and I personally feel it's one of the good job in India, because it's paying also is a decent amount of money. There are quarter facilities are there, and a lot of other facilities are there that I'll discuss in some other videos. But the only thing that what I was feeling a bit of lagging is the research work, and as I said that I was kind of inclined towards the research, and I had a choice to go to IISc and pursue my research career. So that's why I took the decision that I'll be following my ambition, I'll be following my heart, and I left it. Maybe if I don't have a gate rank, I would have continued my career in ISRO, because I don't have any other option. But as I had a choice that I can come to IISc and pursue the research work, that's why I left it, and that was completely my personal ambition. So if you are someone who is currently watching this video and you have a dream of joining ISRO, and after watching my video if you are feeling that, oh, then it's not a good, what will happen to my dream, don't believe in my words. I will suggest you, if you can crack the ISRO exam, join the organization, and then see whether you are the work is given to you are getting happy or not. So if you personally will be, maybe you will be getting into a project inside ISRO which you find interesting, so then you can continue your work there. So my reason to leaving the ISRO was completely my personal, because I always wanted to do research, and that's why I didn't find it, so that's why I left the ISRO. But if you are someone who get into a project where the work is good, or maybe if you are someone who is not from computer science, who is from mechanical, electronics, electrical, or maybe aerospace engineering, you have a better scope inside ISRO than me, who is from a computer science background. So that's why I'm telling you, if you are someone who is listening to this video till this point, don't get worried or confused. Join the ISRO. If you have cracked the if you will crack the ISRO in the future, join it, experience it, and then decide. So that's the message I think I'll be giving to all the aspirants, that don't give up your dream, crack it, join it. If you don't find it suitable, you can leave it, and that's how you have to deal with it. Yeah, that's it guys, that's it about today's video. I hope I have clarified your doubt that why did I leave ISRO. And if you are someone who wanted to join ISRO to do research work, specifically in computer science, I think it is not that suitable for you. But if you are someone who want to join ISRO just to have a good job, have a good settled job with decent amount of money and getting all the other benefits and part of a very prestigious organization, then you should obviously join ISRO, because you never feel kind of not having any kind of work inside ISRO. So there are a lot of work that is going on inside ISRO, and if you are happy with doing development kind of work, then I think ISRO is the best place for you to join. So yeah, that's it guys, that's it about my reason of leaving ISRO. I hope you got all my points. So that's it about today's video. If you like the video, please like it and share it with other people, so that they also get to know about it. And if you are new to this particular channel, so I used to make videos regarding ISRO, IISc, MTech, PhD, and job interviews, and I used to conduct many podcasts regarding toppers interviews and all. So if you are really interested in these things, please do subscribe my channel and hit the bell icon, so that you get all the notifications regularly. So that's it guys, that's it about today's video. I'll be meeting in the next video. Until then, bye.